In 2026, we're changing the way you train. Welcome to Jehucal's Form and Time podcast, the official countdown to our first gym wear collection. This year, we're building the most disciplined community. 4 weeks of training, free community event, one challenge. Show up, get points, stay consistent. At the end of the month, whoever has the most points will win the collection for free. This series is for anyone who wants to take 2026 seriously. Welcome back to the Form and Time podcast, episode 3. Today I'm joined by Stephanie. Welcome to the Form and Time podcast. Thank you for joining me today. It's amazing to have you here and I'm looking forward to our session. But I think we have to go back a few steps and find out about your actual journey with health, wellness, and how it all started for you.
Great. Well, thanks for having me. With my health and wellness journey, it started movement started very young. I was always moving, always wanting to do something from a young age. So my mom gave me dance and I was constantly performing. And then that was actually in California. So I was raised in California. Oh. Yeah. And then my dad retired and we all came to England. Basically from there, I carried on dancing. I then went to a very strict ballet boarding school. Ballet boarding school? I've never heard that before. Picture like Hogwarts, but literally just for like performers.
Yeah. Was that intense?
Like Julie Andrews vibes.
How intense was that?
So intense. Hours of ballet. Yeah, they'd split your day between academics and then like performing. So you'd have like different strains, like if you wanted to do more ballet or if you wanted to do, so it was really good. It was super strict and it taught me about discipline, because as much as dance looks like something really fun and really like, oh yeah, like they should just do it for free. Like that's not a real sport. Like it is a serious sport. Like you have to make it look easy, but you also have to make it look like you're having fun. Like it's actually really hard. Like dancing
doing like 10 things at once almost.
10 things, like you're taught to kind of be like a swan, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Which is great, but then it comes with its own cruxes, if you know what I mean, because I know a lot of dancers have then struggled with mental health as they grew up, because we're so used to being like, yeah, we're fine, everything's okay. But then deep down, there's like a lot of struggles. I then went to a school in London, and it was called Ardang, and it was super fun. You probably know a few people.
I had a few friends that went there, after sixth form.
Yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
Fun. Like it is the vibiest place.
I heard it's a lot. It's like a lot of work.
It's another place where it's like a lot of work, and the competition just like is so high. Everyone's like so talented, which is amazing to be around, to be fair. And then from there I worked professionally. I was like dancing, doing really fun jobs. I went actually on a cruise ship, was dancing on a cruise ship. I did quite a few music videos and dance for like big artists when I came back. My favorite ever was Dua Lipa.
You did Dua Lipa?
Yeah.
When was that? That's crazy.
2017, I think.
Jeez.
Yeah, on the Brits for her, when she was like singing. Oh, she's still singing these songs, but you know, like,
yeah. I couldn't name you a Dua Lipa song right now, but I know she's big.
She's big. And like I did like a Beyoncé music video and stuff like that. Damn. Like I've danced for big people, but my main thing was like my mental health was just, I felt like my body was moving, but my mind was like somewhere else constantly. Do you know what I mean? Do you ever feel like you've gotten somewhere and you're just kind of like, how did I like?
You're just going through the motions you wake up, do what you gotta do, go to bed, but you're like, your brain is not engaged in what you're doing. Like, you know you gotta do this, but that's about it.
And it was like something I've always done. So I started to really struggle. I was like kind of, like self-sabotaging, like partying, all that sort of thing. And then I was like, yeah, this is not cool anymore. Like I kind of want to, so I got a job at a gym working front of house, and I got really inspired by yogis around me. And then, I lost somebody in my family, and they left me a certain amount of money. And I was like, right, this is a sign. I'm going to use this. And I went to India and I did my 200-hour yoga training.
Went all the way to India for yoga training?
Yeah, pre-COVID, like 2020, like just before coronavirus.
Boy, now you've really, I feel like all I'm hearing so far is that from day one, your life has just been super intense. Like, it's been like from the dance school from young to the ballet boarding school to then you've been in really like high energy work at all times. So I'm not surprised to hear like your mental took a bit of a toll during that. So I guess, as you were saying now, how did you have to come back from that? So you went to India, and then from there, what happened after that?
So then, obviously, we then all got locked up and we had to stay inside. So it was actually perfect timing because I had all the tools. So I started online classes, and then I started eventually teaching in person in studios. It helps a lot. Yoga helped a lot, and it helps more than I realized, because you have to, you know, hold these certain poses, focus on your breathing, and like get really comfortable with the uncomfortable. And you build awesome habits. Like when you go out and you do these trainings, some people just do it to, you know, learn, rather than be like, I want to be a teacher. Like some people do just go out and just learn. And yeah, the habits were great. Like we'd wake up crack of dawn about 6 a.m. You'd go straight into a meditation for about an hour and a half or something, and it was silence. And then sometimes it would be a bit guided. So you then journaled. Like you were just building really, really good habits. You were eating so clean. Like it was incredible, and it's something that you can always tap into, because I feel like the body is constantly keeping a score and keeping check. Do you know what I mean? Of what you're giving it, you know, like even when you're training and you haven't trained because you've been injured for 6 months, you go into the gym and your body knows what it's doing.
Yeah,
if
muscle
you know what
memory
I mean.
kicks in, and you're like,
Muscle
okay, I know how to
memory.
do this curl here, or this press up, or this stretch, or so and so.
Yeah, exactly. So I just feel like yoga and that just really like solidified and was like a really big staple in my life to cope with the craziness of like, you know, living in London, or you know, like going through things in your life that aren't easy, but you have these certain things like meditation and journaling and, you know, like gratitude, like all these different key pillars I've learned through yoga slowly. That's a long way to answer the question.
No, but I think it's great, because I think the average person, when they hear about yoga and wellness, they're kind of like, it just sounds a bit airy fairy. It's a bit like, oh, that's rubbish. But I think talking about the habits you're building outside and around the yoga, where it's about even just having a minute or two to yourself in silence. I don't think the average person does. Like, you have your phones in front of you, or you get a phone call from someone, you have to go here, go there. I think having that will be so important. I think I would love to see if we can bring that to our session as well, in terms of having time to just like sit for a minute in silence, just enjoy the silence, sit in it for a bit, and just see how you feel about things. So I guess it would be great to hear about, what do you see our session looking like as well?
I mean, our session is all recovery based, so I feel like it would just be like a really nice nurturing place for people to check in with themselves, slow down, have a moment to, you know, find some gratitude for their bodies, for even making it to the class, because sometimes the hardest thing is actually getting from A to B, you know what I mean? So it's probably just kind of, you know, like picturing a nurturing, welcoming environment, plenty of nice stretches to help as well, and then like coming back into that space at the end with like, you know, shavasana.
Because I feel like, especially in these period of December, Feb, where it's getting dark at 3-4 p.m. Like you have, I think it's called SAD, or like depression.
Seasonal,
that's seasonal depression, I think it's called.
Something like that.
Yeah, so I think, do you find that, again, having yoga there helps you on those days where like you can just take a step back and just get a few stretches, or just sit in silence for a bit and just know the steps to go through to help yourself in that time?
I think so. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. I think it's really good to get your perspective now as a mother of a lovely son who was running around the studio earlier.
Yes.
How do you find balancing that? Because I guess for most people, it's the balancing of life and also their fitness and their health journey. You've got a lot more to balance. How do you find doing that? What's your coping mechanisms for that?
It's hard. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, it genuinely is hard. I think having your support system in place is probably the most important thing, because you have a tiny, tiny little person to look after who, as a mother, like, you know what they want. Nobody else knows what they want. They speak to you in like code. Do you know what I mean?
Telepathy, basically.
Telepathy. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's because of this. And I was like, what? How did you know? So you have that in your head constantly. Like, your brain is like, as a mother, they've actually found like that your brain genuinely changes, like the grey matter in your brain changes. So you're able to cope with less but more intensely, if you know what I mean.
I did not know that. It's
called matrescence or something. So yeah, basically, where was I going with this? This is what happens.
I think it was being a mother
Being
and
a mother.
maintaining.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yeah.
I think, yeah, every day looks different. Some days, because it's more intense, you can do your workout at home. You can do your stretches at home. That's about it sometimes. But you make sure you do it. Do you know what I mean?
You
It's
find
not
some
like
time.
it's like your time is so valuable as a mother. Do you know what I mean? You're like, I'm not gonna piss about. If you go to the gym, you're at the gym. If you go to a class, it is because you love that teacher and they're such a good teacher. You're not just like, like pre-kids, sometimes you like time is a little bit more loose. It's a bit more like,
wake up a bit later in the day. You ain't
yeah, I
got to
don't know
work
what that
out
is
today.
anymore.
Like, oh, gee. What time does your day normally start around then?
6 now.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus. 6 in
Yeah.
And when do you sleep?
Depends. Sometimes I will hit the bed when he goes about 7 p.m. Sometimes
okay.
I'm not even joking. But then I've now given myself, which my partner finds funny, like a curfew. He's like, it's not a curfew. Like, you're not outside. Like, it's like
self-imposed indoor
indoor
curfew,
curfew.
basically. Like,
Yeah.
have you found that, I guess, having this other part of your identity being in health and fitness has kind of helped you to not just be seen as like just a mum? Because I feel like people can get caught into that thing where it's like, oh, you're just a mum, where like your whole life just revolves around, which is important to have your kid at the center of your life. But I think, do you have like a stronger identity in yourself now, having that other side to you of, I also do this as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think it's really good because like you were someone before you were a mum.
Yeah.
It's like you didn't wake up because you're a woman. I'm a mum. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, of course, yeah.
It's always like you have to remember, but then at the same time, like when you become a mum, you genuinely change. Like your priorities change, your this changes, but you it's important to have something to go to focus on, so that you're passionate about something that gives you life as well as your kids, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because I find when I have like a really good day and I've gone out and done something and the baby's with a nanny or the baby's with a friend or a family member, I can come back to that child like so much happier with, and it's just like rejuvenated, like these things rejuvenate you, these classes, these workshops you go to, these trainings or whatever it is, they give you life in like a whole nother way. So yeah, I think it's really important finding your identity outside of being a mother. Yeah.
That is super inspiring. I'm very inspired. I haven't got kids myself right now, but hey,
Not yet.
Give me a few years. We will be there more than you believe. So I have to ask you now, what would you give as one piece of advice to someone who's a little bit anxious, a little bit unsure about starting their wellness or rest or yoga journey? What would you tell them?
I would tell them to just, sounds so Nike, but to just do it, if you know what I mean.
#ad. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. I'd also tell them to just let go of the idea of perfection. I'd really urge them as well to stay away from social media. As a woman anyways, I think it's so easy to get trapped in comparison. So I'd really try and urge them to meet their fitness idols or whoever it is as much in person, if you know what I mean. If like you want to be like a great calisthenics guy, go to the class. Don't just try and, like learn a bit and do a bit here. Like actually do the walk and do the talk. Like you can do it. Like there's no reason why like you can't, like hit those goals that you want to do. So I'll just try and say you stay authentic and true to yourself and really try and avoid comparison. I think that's a huge one for me.
So I guess in summary, it's like, avoid comparing to people. And secondly, if the opportunity arises to go and meet them in person, attend their class or attend their session, just go, just be there. Don't worry about being perfect. Just start. Yeah. Just do it. Perfect. So from your point of view, what are the benefits of yoga?
I would say it's like kind of, like you get a chance to, I don't know, it sounds so cheesy, but to like meet yourself, and also I feel like you just relearn a lot. I feel like especially if you come from like a dance background or something that required quite a lot of perfectionism, I think yoga kind of aids you to like go a lot of that. Not a lot matters at the end of the day. Like it's just a lot about your breath work, and I feel like it really helps to kind of relearn and re-meet yourself in a brighter light, if you know what I mean.
In a more healthy way, I guess.
In a healthy way,
You won't cane yourself for not being perfect at this one routine or so. And so it's like, okay, today I got up and I did it. Yeah. I didn't do it perfectly, but I did it. Yeah. Tomorrow I'm going to try again. Yeah. Simple as that. I
Yeah.
like that a lot. So online, we obviously see people are posting way more on TikTok, on Instagram Reels, showing their fitness journey or their achievements, or if you're a fitness content creator, showing your workouts. So what advice would you give someone who is going online and seeing someone hitting 10 muscle ups or benching 100 kg or hitting the craziest yoga pose, and it's kind of like getting them down a little bit? We're like, I don't want to really start anymore because I'm not as good as they are.
Okay, so a few things. I feel like detaching from the outcome, you know what I mean? Like, you also haven't seen that person's journey.
True.
Really, truly, you
Yeah,
haven't.
yeah.
You've seen their end goal, you've seen all their likes or whatever. You haven't seen how they got there. Like, that road is probably just as hard as the road that you're on as well, if you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
I feel like social media is one big highlight reel where everyone shows their
Yeah.
final achievement, but you don't see the 5 years of grueling work and the post they put out that only got 10 likes, or when they tried to do a muscle up and they fell on their face, or they pulled a muscle where they got injured. Like, is you don't see that anymore. You just see, here's the perfect finished product. Like, that's literally all you see nowadays.
There's this guy who wrote Atomic Habits, and I was listening to him talk about it on Stephen Bartlett's podcast. And he's just saying really good things. Like, everyone wants the outcome, but they don't want the lifestyle. Do you know what I mean? Like, the lifestyle is
Grueling.
Like, everyone wants to own a brand, but they don't want to, like, what Ime must do behind the scenes, and you don't even show.
No.
It's not glamorous. Like, it's not cute. Like, what you have to go through to get there.
You lot ain't never been on the phone to somebody in China arguing at 2 a.m. about a late delivery.
See, I can't do that.
The language barrier, and then you're angry as well, and then I'm just throwing in words that don't make sense to them. 'Cause I'm throwing in complex words. Oh, mate, head loss. Why did you choose to go into yoga over other forms of training like running or tennis or whatever?
I just find, like, I'm quite a intuitive person. And my body had just gone through so much through dance and, like, run. I used to run and stuff, that I wanted a complete opposite, if you know what I mean. I wanted something that challenged me a bit more mentally than physically, which yoga does, because it's a lot of, like, holding positions for a long time and, yeah. So I just kind of wanted something that was completely opposite to what I had done before.
So for someone who's not really very well clued up on yoga and the benefits of it, what would you say are the top 3 benefits for you from training yoga?
Okay, so obviously it's probably, like, physically, flexibility. It's so nice. Like, you underestimate how nice it is to, like, not, like, cringe when you reach for, like, something on the floor. So flexibility is nice. Number 2, I would say breath work. Breath work is really nice to have. It's a really good tool. I mean, it's everything you do, like,
If you don't breathe, you don't live. Like, so.
And it's like, what? But there's so many tools you have within the breath work. If you're doing a certain thing, you can build fire breath or whatever it is.
What's sorry to
It's
change
like,
it?
I think it's called Kalabati. Sorry, yogis, if that's wrong, but it's like a certain type of way to breathe to build, like, warmth in the body. Or, yeah, it's huge. Like, it's huge. Breath work is like a whole nother amazing place.
I'm learning so many new things right now on this conversation. Jeez, I think that's just the perfect way to show why you need to be at the Jehucal Form and Time event with Stephanie, because she'll be there to answer all of your questions, take you through a nice basic workout in yoga, and talk to you about mindfulness, wellness, and getting your mind right. So make sure you're there. Tickets are online now. See you soon.